Paul Madden, is it fair to describe that as a frustrating end to a frustrating campaign?
Yeah, I suppose that's probably fair. It was. I know we didn't, and a lot of people's eyes didn't have anything to play for today versus Sligo. But any day you wear a Clare jersey, you have something to play for, and it's 5 weeks or just less now to the first round or the semi-final against Kerry. So lads are trying to play for positions on the pitch. I thought, look, we started slowly. It was like we got off the bus slowly or something. We started slowly, but I thought, in previous games when teams got runs on us, we kind of went flat. And to be fair, I thought at half time we'd recovered quite well. I thought the first 15-16 minutes of the second half we did really well. We controlled it and we were 5 points up, and we did the most stupid errors then, basic errors. And I'm not even talking about the 14 points I reckon that we left behind us. I'm talking about hand passing the ball to ground, hand passing the ball away. The 2 goals that we gave away were from stupid turnovers. So look, I suppose from my perspective, I have to try and take some of the positives from it to keep lads going. And we've had a number of knocks and injuries and a couple of more today, but we've got a serious body of work to do over the next month now and be ready for that Kerry game. But
there was a real sense of hard luck about the second goal because Brindy had gone down with the injury. Now I know that new thing is in where if it's not a head injury they don't tend to stop the game, but that was, can you put that down as a turnover? It was just something that happened really.
I thought he got a bad pass. I thought it was a bad pass given to him. It went to ground. In fairness to him, he was brave. He won it. Borderline could have been seen as a foul, and it is unfortunate then when it's play on and he's completely out of the play. He can't get back, and that's the nature of this game now, that if you turn over the ball or you lose the ball, it's very hard to stop the other team from getting a score on you, and so it was a bit hard luck, but someday we have to get rid of the hard luck stories.
And I suppose that thing of getting the ball and making it count, the last score, we rattled the crossbar at one end and they come up the field for that point at the end.
We shouldn't have been rattling this crossbar there. We should be tapping the ball over the bar. We're a point up with a minute to go, and you imagine then with the extra man we can defend that kick out. We miss it, they come straight down and get the winning score. It's have to be learning from these errors. We just have to be learning, and regardless of who's playing or who's picking the team, these basic errors we have to learn from.
But in an overall sense, I think that was our highest points tally of the National League with 28. So some really, really good stuff in it.
We've been scoring very well in every game. We've just been conceding way too much, and that's not just down to the defenders now. That's down to the whole structure of the team. But I definitely know that you keep your turnovers down, you keep your score down. If you have big turnovers, you're in trouble.
It seems to have bookended this league with a very good performance in Down without the result, good performance here today without the result, but ultimately still safe and solid.
Oh yeah, safe and solid, I suppose. That's if you want to look at it. We're in Division 3 next year, whether we won this game or not. We're still in Division 3 next year. We'd like to think that we're capable of doing better. I think we are as a group capable of doing better, but we have to learn from what we did wrong today and maybe what we did wrong throughout the league. And I'm sure we will work really hard over the next month. I'm sure we will.
But there's a fair examination coming at the end of all that learning, isn't there?
Of course, Ireland Munster League champions, the best in the business, absolutely, and it looks like they're getting better. So look, why not? It's a great opportunity for us. There'll be no expectation on us, so we've to work hard for the next couple of weeks, and we will be very motivated for that game.
Are you hopeful injuries will clear up in that period?
Yeah, I am. I mean, certainly there's a couple of lads that were close today, but to be honest, an extra week was going to help them, or 2 weeks. So we have to look at the bigger picture. And then a couple of knocks today, they look like more impact knocks than anything else. So lads are sore and everything else, but they should be right. A couple of niggles that we just can't shake with lads, but look, we've just under 5 weeks now to get it right.